So today's lesson is about wanting more, and I love it. I love the fact that we want more, because if we want more, we already have. So we're not even coming from a place of lack. We want more of what we already have, whether it's health, prosperity, peace of mind, love, confidence. The list just goes on and on. So let's start our workshop. I love my smiling faces. You know, some of you on that platform smile smile most of the time. And I realize that smiling is good for the the facial muscles. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for smiling. Okay, so we're going to start this workshop, and I want you to write down at least 3 things you want more of. 3 things you want more of. I think I wrote down, I want more self-love. I want more prosperity in my business. A more closer relationship with my family. Those are the things I wanted. So how are we doing, Chris? Do we have some read-alouds yet?
Not just yet.
I guess what they're doing is they're writing it down and then possibly, right, okay.
Yes. We do have one that I put more joy, prosperity, and creativity, which I'm getting here at this place.
Okay, all
right. And
right,
we also have love, peace, and health.
all right. Okay, now as we wrote this down, what we want more of, I want to now get into the whys. Why do we want more of what we want? And I have a friend, a coach, a woman that I just love, Sandra Filer, who is a coach and the founder of Happy Goddess Retreat, and she brings up an interesting point around acquiring and actualizing your wants. So she says acquisitions. What's wrong with my mouth today? Acquisitions. I love that. I'm human. Acquisition. How am I saying that word, Seth?
Acquisitions.
Acquisitions. Thank you, Seth. See, I need help. I love it. Seth just helped me. Acquisitions. And it doesn't look like this when I wrote it. It just doesn't. It's spelled correctly. Acquisitions versus actualizing. So she asks, what is more that I want? Do I want to be about acquiring, or is more about the feeling or the experiencing of more? In other words, there is a fine line between accumulation and the feelings behind the why. So I'm going to pull up Sandra's whys. I think I put them on a slide. And we'll read them together. I'll read them out loud. But Sandra writes, I want more relaxation to allow my body's central nervous system to heal from all the years of high stress and overworking myself to please everyone but myself. Her next more, she wants more time off to experience more time with her husband, her cats, and friends, because they are the most important things to her. And lastly, her wants were, she wants more time at the gym to strengthen her muscles and tone her arms. And she says not so much for physical beauty, but for the strength she knows she needs as her body ages. So as we look at that, what do you want more of, and what are your whys? Just think about that. I gave you a little example of it. Why do you want more of what you're asking for? And as you do this, I want you to also reflect upon the gems that we shared with you in the Creative Series last year in 2023. And one of the initial steps has always been That's what it is. One of the initial steps has always been a positive mindset. Recognizing that we are all offspring of God, and God doesn't have any favorites. Remember, we learned that Sunday. No one has a monopoly on this higher power concept or this higher power, all right? God does not have any favorites. This power is so boundless that we sometimes refrain from naming it. But we intuitively know that this supreme power, this boundless wisdom, listens to every single one of our wishes. Talked about that too Sunday. Always hears you, cherishes you, never takes its gaze off of you, and we know that that power resides in us. When I spoke about the joy plan, I taught you some strategies to intentionally create a 7-day or a weekend joy plan for yourself, committing to an entire weekend or week of rituals that demonstrate loving yourself and bringing you joy. Mine included a weekend retreat. I talked about talking to myself in the mirror. I didn't bring my other mirror here, but I definitely have a mirror here. You see the mirror. Mirrors are wonderful. Using endearing names. I call myself Sweetie Pie, Gorgeous, how you doing, beautiful. I created a playlist. I called my radio station WJOY. The Joy Plan was a personal plan, and the Joy Plan is a personal plan that is only for you. You don't do it for anybody else. It is your joy plan. And that joy plan helped me when I had sciatica. And I think some of you remember, I could not walk. But when I demonstrated through this joy plan, it was like a resurrection. And for that weekend, I had a good weekend. In the cosmic kitchen, I emphasize that the universe is a celestial cook eagerly awaiting your orders. The larger the order, the better. All you need to do is believe in your ability to manifest and demonstrate it. Believe in your ability to manifest and demonstrate it. That's your part. Sometimes the results come quickly, and sometimes slowly. When the results come slowly, according to us, because the high power doesn't have it's not run by Apple Watch or a calendar. But if it comes slowly to you, in the process, what's really happening is you're building your spiritual muscles. You're gaining the necessary spiritual attributes like faith and patience to receive your positive outcomes or the outcomes of your orders. And so we also journeyed down the yellow brick road last year. We went into the Wizard of Oz, and you found that deep in your core was intelligence, was love, and courage. And you realized as you opened yourself up to this new consciousness, you were enthralled with the knowing you had what you needed all the time. You are the Wiz. In the forgiveness module, you learned that there are two essential components for achieving spiritual wealth and well-being: love and forgiveness. You learn that no matter how justified one feels, no matter what the person did, if we insist on holding on to the past, we will never be free. I read Ingrid Bergman, who once said, "True happiness lies in good health and a bad memory." Dr. Gregg reminds us everyone is doing the best that they can, and Louise asks us to just be willing. And if that's too much, just be willing to be willing to be willing. Just don't say, "I will never forgive." Please remember also the benefits of forgiving yourself of the past trespasses or shortcomings. That forgiveness will release you from your own prison of the past. Guilt is not of God. Shame is not of love. Guilt and shame are not the law that is always good. I want to read you something from Courtney Walsh's letter titled Dear Human. It emphasizes the importance of loving and forgiving yourself and having some mercy, and it's done in a really comedic, inspirational way. And it starts out, Dear Human, you've got it all wrong. You didn't come here to master unconditional love. This is where you came from and where you will return. You came here to learn personal love, universal love, messy love, sweaty love, crazy love, broken love, whole love. Infused with divinity, lived through the grace of stumbling, demonstrated through the beauty of messing up often. You didn't come here to be perfect, you already are. You came here to be gorgeously human, flawed, and fabulous, and rising again into remembering. But unconditional love, stop telling that story. Love and truth doesn't need any adjectives. It doesn't require modifiers. It doesn't require the condition of perfection. It only asks you to show up and do your best, that you stay present and feel fully, that you shine and fly and laugh and cry and hurt and heal and fall and get back up and play and work and live and die as you. It's enough. It's plenty. I love that poem. So when I was trying to say the word acquisitions for 5,000 times and couldn't say the word acquisitions, that was just me being human. I mean, sometimes when I read the script, the words in the reading, it just doesn't, but thank God for Seth. Acquisitions. I got the word acquisition. I got it, yo. And I love the fact that my flawlessness was supported. I didn't feel anybody say, she need to get on that. No. I saw smiles. I saw it's okay. I felt the cheerleading from the spirit of the platform. I love being human. And I love the fact that I think you talked about it last Wednesday when you talked about this interconnective stuff that we have. And, I might fall down, but you guys pick me up. That whole thing about helping each other. I think Chris talked about it a little bit before we did our workshop today. So thank you so much. See, acquisitions. I might not just be able to read the word. Maybe I just say acquisitions. And those whys kind of propel you to want more of what you want more of. It's like, okay, I get why I want this. Is important. And I also love some of the comments when they talked about what they wanted more of, how it benefits others. I heard that. So what I want more of not only benefits me, but it also benefits others. And that propels me to want more, even more, because it's just not about me. Thank you so much. Okay, now what I'm going to ask you to do, you're going to write down what you want more of. Just write it down again. The same thing. I want more self-confidence. Maybe put that down. I want more self-confidence. And then right next to that, I want you to add, or something better. So if you have, I want more love, then right next to it, I want you to write, or something better. Because I'm going to tell you something I'll share my higher power experiences. My higher power experiences are that I always get upgrades, right? So, I might want to go to Delta 1, but Delta 1 seating, but, I'll go first class and not know that that's what, I was going to get. Bottom line is I get upgrades with my wants. So that's where the something better comes in. I want $10,000 at this show I'm going to do this weekend. Or something better. You know? So I want you to write or add and something better. Now that you've written that, I want you to write at the end of something better. I want you to continue that same thing, for the good of everyone. So I want love or something better for the good of everyone. So here we have that what we want, again, not only benefits us, it benefits others, and it is good. Okay, so how's that make you, what does that make you think, feel, experience when you write that want, that request, that want? What does that bring up for you? And I want you to remember, we taught it in 2023, that an affirmation, it's positive, it's present tense, it's a personal statement, and it's stated, like Seth said, it's stated like it has already happened. Okay? So when you write this affirmation of what you want, it will be I am, I have, rather than what I want. Because we already know. In the beginning, we talked about we already have what we want. We just want more of it. So now we're going to put it in an affirmative statement. And once you have that, I'm going to do another drum roll. I listened to Colette Bart Reed the other day, and she had a real twist on writing affirmations. And she asked us to use a word ending in ing before the action or before the affirmation or the word we were framing. So if I want love, or if I want prosperity, I heard that, it would sound like I am enjoying all the prosperity and joy my business gives me. So I have in the slide some of the ing words, just so that we can get a taste of or practice of how to write an affirmation and write an ing word before the affirmation. I am delighting in this beautiful relationship with my family. I'm delighted. I'm excited about my strong, healthy body. Can you feel that when you say these words? I want to sing the song, Can You Feel It? Is the song say, can you feel it? Can you feel that passion when you say and use an ing word before your affirmation? It's powerful. Okay, and this is, remember when we are here for the creative series, we're here to give you strategies, creative strategies that you can apply to your life. So this is just a kind of introduction. What I know Dr. Greg and Jimmy and I would suggest is that this is a practice that you can now incorporate in your lifestyle, because this whole process that we're in with First Center of Religious Science is about changing lifestyle, creating a loving lifestyle. So please, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. So I'd like you to really take time afterwards, even if the joy is in the morning. It's really good to do joy work, to try to write some more affirmations. Put them on your mirrors, put them on your walls, put them in your journaling, and enjoy reading them. That's the whole thing. I don't care about writing. Read them and read them out loud often. Okay, I'm going to take you to another meditation, and this meditation I took from my favorite Wayne Dyer. I really like this guy. I really do. When I read it, I almost, well, I did. I cried. But I don't have to cry now because I already cried. But it was so meaningful to me because it really has a lot to do with deservability. You know, I can and have suffered from, you know, I don't deserve. And it's really a sick thought. And I had to get cured of that. And so what he shared with me in this meditation is I deserve. Okay, so as we continue to receive more, because we already have said that we've received more. It's done. It's a done deal. We've received more. Let me just remind you that we have basics, okay? We want to make sure we take those daily pauses because with more, because you have more self-care responsibilities with more. So we want to build up our pauses. I use my alarm. I just put 9:15, 12:15, 3:15. I pause. I thank God. I get in touch with my higher power in my heart. I get centered. And can I tell you the truth? It's only for about 3 to 5 minutes. One day it might be 10, but at least 3 to 5 minutes, 3 days a week. 3 times a day. It's not a bad idea. And I think Louise talked about it as being radical love. We want to incorporate physical exercise. YouTubes are good for the wintertime. YouTube has a lot of great exercises, fabulous 50s for the women. Anybody fabulous 50, all right? I know we got 30-year-olds over there. But fabulous 50s, great YouTube exercise in the body. We want to make sure we maintain communities like this, where we come in, we feel joy. During, we feel joy, and after we leave, we feel joy. We want to practice our affirmations and mirror work and act as if we already have what we want more of. And I want you to remember, love will never ask for you to be perfect. Love only asks if you will stay and hold their hand when the storms come. Love doesn't require you to be flawless. Look at that, acquisitions. And love still loved me. It just requires you to be present. Love won't ever give you a grade, but it will take attendance and acknowledge your presence. So I want you to love yourself, be yourself, expect more in 2024, and accept it because you truly deserve it.